Hey guys, welcome back with another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to increase your productivity by configuring the SSH configurations. Now, if you're still using a long SSH commands for login into the servers, then this video is for you because after watching this video, you will able to understand the power of the SSH configurations. So let's not waste more time and deep dive into this topic. For example, this is my EC2 instance. Usually, if I have to connect this server, I have to first type the SSH and I have to mention the PAM key if I'm using, for example, uh, PAM key, and then I have to mention the username, right? So in this case, and then I'm able to connect. But this is really frustrating when you have to connect again and again. And if you have more servers, then it is really frustrating, right? So how we can reduce this manual work by typing these keys and how to increase the productivity? So there is a SSH configuration where you can define all your hosts with the right configuration, and you just have to run SSH and your host name, and then you will be into the login server. So let's edit that file. First of all, I will just go to the file. So it's in the hidden file .ssh and then it's config. So if you don't have this file, you can create from the scratch, but usually it's there in the .ssh. Here I will start with the basic configuration. I'll usually do host, let's say remote lab, and then I will use a tab. So whatever in the remote lab host name, I have to type this tab, or you can use kind of two spaces, and then you can say host name and put the IP simply. Let's say, what is my IP? Okay, I can zoom it more if you want. Okay, I believe this is clear for everyone. And then here I can type the username. So you can see the color is also changing. So make sure you have to be careful when you are configuring these things. Okay, so let's type my username is the EC2 user, and I will type the port also because usually it's 22 by default, but if it is something different that you want to connect it, it's a custom port for the SSH, you can mention that also. Now, if you know that to connect to the server, I used a PAM key, so I can use that file using IdentityFile parameter, and here I can mention the path. Where is my file? So it's in my access key, not in the access key, but in the security key. So here is my PAM key. What I can use, I just click there and I will mention this entire path. So let's say SSH key dot PAM. Okay. So I can show you the file again. Uh, let's read the file if it is changed. Okay, so here what I just did, I just created one host with the name of remote lab, and I mentioned the configuration. So remote host name is this, username, port number, and the PAM key using the identity file. Now if I want to connect this server, I just have to type SSH and remote lab. That's it, and I will be inside this server. You can see this is how it's saving a lot of time by typing a single manual commands like mentioning the PAM keys and then username and other things. And this is really helpful when you have a lot of hosts and you have to connect one by one and you forget it. So I believe this video is very helpful. If yes, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon, and please comment below if you have more doubts or more topics for covering up in the next video. Thanks for watching.